Bottomless powder. Every pole plant. Every turn. Every lap. For days on end. That's the unforgettable experience of heli-skiing and cat-skiing in British Columbia, Canada. Are you tired of waiting in line at the resort? Navigating through thousands of cars in the parking lot? Or having a foot of fresh chopped up by your second run? Then heli or cat skiing is what you've been waiting for. Just you, your friends and family, and a handful of other guests, skiing in thousands of acres of pristine wilderness, all to yourself. British Columbia, Canada is the epicenter of all the major heli and cat ski operators in the world, hosting 95% of all heli and cat ski skiing on the planet. With 18 Heliski and 12 cat ski operators located throughout all regions of British Columbia, the locations have a multitude of options to suit your needs. From boutique operations with small groups, to multi-lodge operators hosting large groups, remote locations to town-based, and day trips to week-long, there are packages available for all. The combination of abundant snowfall, cool temperatures, and regular breaks in weather systems makes British Columbia the best place in the world for skiing and snowboarding with helicopters or snowcats. All the members of Helicat Canada follow a stringent protocol for safety. The guides and staff are highly trained, and first and foremost, they are looking out for your safety in the backcountry as you enjoy your powder experience. Don't think that you have to be an extreme skier to go heli or cat skiing. If you are a strong intermediate skier or rider, the terrain options will challenge all levels, all within your comfort zone. So why ski hardpack at the resort when you can rip the powder? Stay tuned. There's more coming up to help you plan your next great winter excursion. Untouched, untracked, dry, deep powder. That's heli-skiing.
Reverstow base from AOV. Yeah, check AOVs off the hotel with Dave and his group on board. We're northbound for the area of April.
Heli-skiing has a misconception of being a sport for the rich and famous and for expert skiers only. To the contrary, it's something that everyone can afford, and if you are a strong intermediate skier or snowboarder, you can heli-ski.
Okay, ready when you are.
The experience of heli-skiing is like none other. A helicopter will whisk you away over the vast expanses of British Columbia wilderness and drop you on a mountaintop with epic vertical feet of untouched powder below. All for you and a few other guests.
I mean, you come to British Columbia from all over the world because the terrain is insane. The acreage that you can cover when you're in a heli is just insane. You can get dropped off on any peak and ski fresh all the way to the bottom. I mean, it's just, it's the way to do it.
It's just fun to be out in an area that feels a little more raw and is in the middle of nowhere, and you're quite a ways from civilization, and you're here just for the sole purpose of accessing huge mountains with a helicopter. And it's pretty fun.
Sometimes the helicopter is the most fun part. I'm serious. Buzz around, look at all the peaks, window shopping. It's pretty cool.
And there are a variety of options available to try heli-skiing that will fit your budget, from day trips and staying in town to multi-day, remote lodge-based adventures. The 18 Helicat Canada heli-ski operations cover all regions of British Columbia, from the far north near the Yukon and Alaska, all the way to the Canada-US border, and spanning BC from the Pacific to the Rockies. Safety is paramount at all Helicat Canada heli-ski operations. The heli-ski guides are trained to the highest levels of certification and follow stringent safety standards. The pilots all have a high level of experience with winter mountain flying, and the helicopters are maintained to the highest standards by qualified engineers. Fortunately, down days are few, and most locations have treed terrain for when the weather is poor. Try heli-skiing once, and you will be addicted.
The more I travel, the more I realize that BC is the best skiing in the world. So I'm pretty happy to be up here and have some heli time and get to explore the mountains in a helicopter, which is pretty much probably the coolest way to get around in the mountains. You know, you can fly to peaks, you can look out the window and point at things, and then next thing you know, your pilot's dropping you off. It's pretty much the coolest thing.
By taking a trip with a Helicat Canada operator, you can rest assured that your guide has the highest level of training and uses the highest safety standards to ensure a safe and fun experience. If you are new to heli-skiing or cat skiing, you probably have some questions. How worried should I be about safety? What is the likelihood of an avalanche? These are legitimate questions, and to be apprehensive is not uncommon. Given the number of skiers and snowboarders guided on a daily basis in the winter by members of Helicat Canada, the small number of incidents speaks volumes for the measures taken to keep clients safe.
As far as safety goes, all our guides are ACMG and or IFMGA certified, which has the highest standards in the world. We do extensive training at the beginning of and throughout the year. We look at the snow every single day. We keep track of where all the layers are, how they're forming up. Any weak layers that are out there, we're constantly monitoring. And we've got just so much terrain that we can cater the day to the safest runs for that condition. At the beginning of every trip, no matter how many days you do, you go through at least an hour-long backcountry safety exercise where you practice with an avalanche beacon and how to use that and probes and shovels and just the do's and don'ts and the etiquette of backcountry skiing in the mountain environment.
The guides meet daily to discuss and evaluate snow stability, terrain options, and weather conditions. Helicat Canada's guides are experts at assessing and managing the risks associated with wilderness skiing.
In my opinion, I would say that some of the skiing in BC, especially in the Columbia Mountains here, is I would say some of the best in the world as far as quality and the mounts of it, and just the terrain lends itself to great skiing all the time.
So enjoy yourself, as you will be in good hands with all the guides at any of the Helicat Canada locations. Whether it's a bluebird day or a monster storm, snowcats are an ideal way to take you and your friends up in the best terrain that British Columbia has to offer. Don't think that you don't get the vertical or the runs with cat skiing. The snowcats and guides can deliver you up so many runs and vert that your legs and your lungs are begging for a rest. As with heliskiing, the Helicat Canada cat ski operations offer a wide range of options, from single to multi-day, and remote wilderness lodge to town-based, all catered to fit any budget. Down days are virtually non-existent with cat skiing, and most locations have great tree skiing for the bad weather days. At the lodge-based cat ski operations, après-ski, gourmet cuisine, and fine dining are waiting for the guests after a long day of cat skiing. Or treat yourself to a massage or spa treatment after a day of skiing the powder. The stories of epic powder runs and favorite lines keep going well after dinner with your newfound friends. As with heliskiing guides, the cat ski guides follow the same safety standards, ensuring a safe and fun experience in the BC backcountry.
"95% of the world's helicopter and snowcat skiing takes place here in British Columbia. The combination of abundant snowfalls, the weather systems, and the expertise that we have here in British Columbia makes it the mecca for the sport."
British Columbia, Canada certainly is the mecca for heli and cat skiing on the planet, and for good reason. The snowpack is very deep, the weather is great, with lots of breaks and sunshine in between, and also the level of expertise that we've built over the last 50 years guiding in Canada. It's what makes BC absolutely the world leader in cat and heli skiing.
recommend heli-skiing or cat skiing in BC to just about anybody that enjoys being in the mountains. All these resorts and operations really cater to your needs, and you can't beat the type of skiing that we have here. Big mountains, there's high alpine, there's epic tree skiing, it's always deep, POW, so if that's what you like, come on out.
Without a doubt, British Columbia's got the very best skiing in the world, and I know that firsthand coming back here to my home province. And there's a dozen huge mountain ranges here, and there's mountains pretty much for as far as the eye can see. Huge amounts of snowfall. If you want to go heli skiing or cat skiing, definitely come to British Columbia and look up Heli-Cat Canada.
So make heli-skiing or cat skiing in British Columbia, Canada your next great winter vacation with any one of Heli-Cat Canada's operators, and start planning your adventure at www.helicatcanada.com.